Namo Narayana, and welcome back. We are reading Adi Shankara's Tattva Bodha. We are starting section 2 today. It opens as such. We shall speak now of the way of the 24 natures and how they are developed. This section is called the Primitive Seven. Dwelling together with the evolver in glamour, who is the very self of the three potencies, substance, force, and space. From this glamour, shining ether came forth. From shining ether, breath came forth. From breath, fire came forth. From fire, the waters came forth. From the waters, earth came forth. This section is called the substantial parts. Now among these 5 natures, from the substantial part of shining ether, the power of hearing came forth. From the substantial part of breath, the power of touch came forth. From the substantial part of fire, the power of seeing came forth. From the substantial part of the waters, the power of taste came forth. From the substantial part of earth, the power of smelling came forth. From the united substantial parts of these 5 natures, the inner powers, mind, soul, self-assertion, imagination, came forth. Mind is the very self of intending and doubting. Soul is the very self of affirmation. Self-assertion is the very self of attributing selfhood. Imagination is the very self of image-making. The regent of mind is the moon. The regent of soul is the evolver. The regent of self-assertion is the transformer. The regent of imagination is the pervader. This section is called their forceful parts. Now among these 5 natures, from the forceful part of shining ether, the power of voice came forth. From the forceful part of breath, the power of handling came forth. From the forceful part of fire, the power of moving came forth. From the forceful part of the waters, the power of engendering came forth. From the forceful part of earth, the power of extruding came forth. From the united forceful parts of these natures, the 5 lives, the upward life, the forward life, the uniting life, the distributing life, the downward life, came forth. From their spiritual parts, the 5-folded 5 elements come forth. What is this 5-folding? It is this. Taking the spatial parts of the 5 primitive natures, 1 part of each, these parts are each first divided in 2. Then 1/2 of each part is left alone on one side, while the other halves of each are each divided into 4. Then to the half of the nature is joined the 4th of the half of each of the other natures, and thus 5-folding is made. From these 5 primitive natures, the 5-folded, the physical vesture is formed, hence the essential unity between the clod and the evolving egg. And we will pause here. Part 2 of this got exceedingly theological. Suddenly, Adi Shankar stepped back and went from talking about our personal things in the body and just went right into the bigger picture of the earth and the creation. In a recent video, I said something about how he repeats himself, and there are longer things that we will be reading here which really go in other directions. And yep, it's come true. It didn't take long. He has really gone into kind of a creation story. Can we say that? Is this kind of what we were seeing here? Anyways, it's a very interesting story. It reminds me a lot of the creation stories that we read in the Srimad Bhagavatam. I'll refer you to Canto 3, which I've read on this channel, which describes a lot of variations of the creation story, starting with the big picture and Vishnu and Shiva, and then going down in the creation of demigods, and then going down in this and down in this, zooming down, until eventually we're talking about the humans themselves and the proliferation of the human race. And let me know your thoughts on this, and we will continue this bit of Adi Shankar in the next video. And until then, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.